Hello everybody! Today we are at the P60 in Amstelveen for a show of the band Doodswens, which means Death Wish in English. A black metal band with only 2 members, both female. And yeah, today is going to be a very special night because this is going to be one of the very first concerts again in the Netherlands. After so many lockdowns, there's finally a metal concert again. So we're all very excited. And yes, I'm gonna do a little live report of this show. And then after, we're gonna have a real live interview with the bands also. So yeah, come with me. Let's go inside. Bedankt. So I found one of the biggest fans of Doodswens right here. Yes, that's you. Look at his t-shirt, he is a big fan. So, are you excited for tonight?
Of course, yes. Yes, I have planned already also next week, this week. So, yeah.
Okay, and have you seen Doodswens before?
I've seen the only Doodswens, so the other bands I don't know. So
Okay,
never seen them before, so we'll see.
And is this also going to be one of the very first concerts now for you after
This
the
was the one
lockdowns?
after yesterday, so yesterday music
Oh,
time,
yesterday
this
also.
time, yeah. So,
Oh, great.
yeah. So yeah, getting on the roll again. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I want to wish you a very good night.
Thank you. We'll work.
Guys, we're here with
Marcel.
Marcel. Hi, Marcel. Are you excited for tonight?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, very much.
Yes?
Very much.
And have you seen Doodswens before?
Yeah, well, some time ago. Didn't know exactly.
Ja, dat is goed.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice.
Yes, was it a good show?
Yeah, very good. I must say. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I think they were with the same bands that time, I guess.
Oh, the same lineup as tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited, yeah. die en die.
Even kijken, die is 15, die is 10, 15, 30 euro totaal. Heb je het gepast?
Tuurlijk.
Oh, gelukkig.
Luister, heus wel mp3's en alles. Maar wacht.
I prefer cash, but you can also pay with Tiki. Do you know the app?
Yeah,
I have a QR code and then you can...
problem is
Tot straks.
Yes! Woo! So guys, what are your thoughts of the show of Doodswens?
Show was perfect. After
Yes.
a long time, no concert. I think she did really well.
Yes, finally again.
Finally again.
Yes.
Yes.
And you bought
Perfect.
some merchandise of
Also
Doodswens. Show the
I have
show
already a lot of
us.
merch of them, but
Yeah?
they're really great, so I bought some more.
Awesome. Can you show us to the audience what you bought?
Record
Yes,
LP,
great.
7/8 and a patch.
Awesome.
Very happy.
So you have seen Doodswens before?
Yes, 2 times.
Oh, 2 times. Okay, and now the third time.
3rd time.
So, what are your thoughts of the show of Doodswens?
yeah, I think it's really good. I really
Yes.
like the combination of harder styles with the atmosphere as well. So I think they did a great job. I'm really proud. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you're wearing a really nice shirt. Yes.
They are available, but they will be shipped home.
Awesome. And how many times you have seen Doodswens before?
I saw them a few times, but not live yet. So
Oh, okay.
first time live. Yeah.
So we're here now with someone who worked with Doodswens. Can you tell us about your experience working with them?
Yeah, I already know Fraukje very long because she was one of the first supporters of my label. And then I started the band, and Marco got the rights for the for the demo. And later on, I contacted them to do a split with another Dutch band because they had new music. And yeah, I was very happy also that later I got a chance from Marco and Tomme to do the vinyl together with them. And yeah, now they have grown to be a successful band with a big label.
Yes.
So very, very great. Yeah, amazing woman, both of them.
Great. And you like the show tonight?
Yes.
Yeah?
Of course.
Cool.
It's always pure with them.
Yeah,
It's great.
exactly. Can you show us your patch vest? It's really nice. Yes. Is there Doodswens somewhere there too or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
I have
Where?
to search, I think, on the back somewhere.
Let me find it.
Find it.
Where is it?
It's a big question.
Ooh, yeah, it's difficult to find. Difficult to find, but it's somewhere.
Yes.
That's great. Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your night.
Oh yeah, that's a story about the supermarket.
Ik ben er weer druk mee bezig.
Yeah, so if somebody just approached me and said, do you really want to commit suicide?
Yes.
And I said, of course, yes. What
Of
does it say?
course. Yes. Why you
This is
else
it.
will wear this shirt,
Why
right?
not? Right
Exactly.
away. Now, here. Anyway,
Great. And what are your thoughts of the show?
oh great. Great,
Yeah?
Of course, yes.
Awesome.
But I've seen Doodswens, of course, several times before, so...
Oh, you're a great fan.
Even live.
So, this is the first time you saw Doodswens, right?
Yes, it was great.
Yes. Please tell me what you just told me.
Okay, yeah, so I never heard their music before really, but I heard like about their name and that it was
Yeah.
like this really cool new black metal kind of band. And I was like really surprised that it was only 2 people on the stage, like so much power coming from just 2 people standing there.
Yeah.
So that was really fucking cool.
Exactly. Oh, awesome. So you're gonna see them another time now?
If they play somewhere, I mean, now that the concerts are starting
Yes.
to come back, I would love to. Yeah.
Awesome.
I think the drum breaks were really great.
Yeah, it's
say.
very good, huh?
Yeah, man, it was amazing. Like slow parts and then yeah.
Okay,
Love it.
awesome. So you're having a good night tonight.
Having a very good night.
So we're here now with Fraukje from Doodswens. After the show, how did it feel to be back on stage after such a long time?
Yeah, it felt very weird. I have a massive headache now from all the impulses and the people and the sound and everything, but
Yes.
it's good to be back again. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get used to it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how was it for you to have a seated audience?
Yeah, I didn't really thought of it as anything else. Yeah, it was a show like another show, and I always like to have a little bit of distance between me and the crowd so that I can stay in my own space. So for me, it was a quite positive experience.
Okay.
I like it this way more than a packed audience where I feel a little bit claustrophobic.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was positive really. So I hope it all gets back to normal again and the crowds will be filled and people. But for the time being, this is an alright option.
Great, great. And did you play here before at the P60 Amstelveen?
No. This is
Okay.
our first time. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, it's very impressive, just the two of you girls doing this. Will there ever be more band members, or can you manage it just fine together?
Yeah, there will never be another band member
No?
because
Okay.
me and Inga, it's just we're yin and yang. If another person gets added to the mix, I think Doodswens won't ever be the same again. So
Okay.
it's just us, and it will stay that way. And if anyone of us decides to leave or wants to do anything else, then Doodswens is just
Okay.
quit it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very unique, you know, two
Yeah.
of you girls together. You don't see that very often.
Yeah,
so-
true.
Yeah, very nice. And how long does it always take for you to get ready with all the makeup and stuff?
The makeup literally just takes 1 minute.
Oh,
I
really?
smack it on my face and then it's like, oh, okay, this is fine.
Okay.
This is fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But mentally getting ready is a bit more intense.
Yeah?
Yeah, I always need like half an hour before I can get into my own mindset and get a little bit of peace in my head before I go on stage.
Okay.
Because my stage anxiety is always top level. Always. Doesn't matter what show it is, even if it's just a crowd of 20 people in a little level, I'm equally scared as I would be to perform at Graspop or anything.
Okay.
So I always need half an hour for myself to just breathe and do a little bit of exercise with breathing and
Okay.
mindset techniques, and then I'm ready. When the first note is out, everything drops down like a curtain. Like, okay, this is where I belong, and now it's settled.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So you met each other at the music school, I believe it was Metal Factory.
Yeah.
How is it on the Metal Factory, and are you still there, or did you finish already?
I graduated. We graduated last year. In Corona time. So our Metal Masters, our last show where we get grades, and very last big finish show, it was a live stream. So that was unfortunate, but we graduated and we met there and we had a great time there and we learned a lot. But we tend to keep school and the bands private, separate from each other, because a lot of people are like, okay, you study at Metal Factory, so you're privileged. You were being put before other bands, but that's not the case. We take our knowledge from school and we put it into our own band, but we don't label ourselves as a Metal Factory band.
Okay,
in a
yeah.
sense. So, yeah.
But it was a nice school, you learned a lot
It
there?
was. Yeah, it was definitely worth it. We learned a lot about networking, about sound techniques, about just being in a band really, and how it is, and where you need to how do you say that?
how you cope with being in a band mentally, physically, money-wise, everything. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's great. And when can we expect a first full-length album?
Somewhere in October, our first full-length Lichtvrees, it's called, will be released at Zwart Records from Finland. And somewhere in October, and then we will play the release show at Soul Crusher Festival in Doornroosje on the 2nd of October from the top of my head.
Okay.
But then everything will be released, and it's already been recorded, it's been mastered, everything has been sent out to Finland. It's now just waiting for everything to settle and for the vinyl and the CDs to arrive, and that will be in October.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And is it in the same kind of style of the songs that are already released?
I think it's a bit more. It's a bit more. How do you say that? We've matured in our sound. The demo was very old school, very raw and fast forward. And this one's a bit more inspired by bands like Alcest, Luster, a bit more modern black metal bands.
Okay.
It has a more atmospheric shoegazy sound, but it's still in essence very old school because we want to be true to our roots and still have the same sound from where we came from. It's like we're a hipster band now, but it's in essence it's different. But we've matured as persons, we've matured as musicians, so the sound will shift.
Yeah.
Also, so
Yeah, okay. I'm very curious to hear the results.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think one of the highlights for you was the performance of Roadburn at the park. And you were also confirmed for Roadburn last year.
Yeah.
That was cancelled because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
That must be terrible for you
Yeah,
guys.
it is.
Will that show be rescheduled or?
We did a live stream for Roadburn this year, the Roadburn Redux sessions, and we recorded it at the Supernova studio in Eindhoven. So that was our performance at Roadburn that was rescheduled from last year, but I don't know what might be in the future, or that we will be rescheduled for another live session, but I think knowing Walter, we will probably be there again in the next 10 years someday. So,
Okay, great.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes, let's hope so. Yeah. And I saw you played also a show outside in Arnhem.
Yeah.
Next to the highway with cars just driving by.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. It was an idea of a friend of ours, Kals. He
Okay.
also went to Metal Factory and he was like, I'm doing a series of videos where I let bands or musicians play in the weirdest places.
Oh.
Yeah, so we went to the roundabout at the Blauwe Golf in Arnhem, and we literally had to drag the drum kit and the amps through the highway to get to that point because there was no sidewalk or whatever to get there, and cars were passing by and all honking and stuff and
Crazy.
yeah, and then the police were called from the apartments from the other side of the road, and we managed to get them away 2 minutes before they arrived. So
Wow, crazy.
yeah.
Really nice. Yeah, guys, you can see a part of that on YouTube, by the way, of the show in Arnhem next to the highway.
Yeah.
Yes. And I know you both have an interest in Satanism. What does Satanism mean to you and to your music?
We both personally are into that, but not as much in the music. I think the music is very spiritual, but in a very other way than Satanism. Me, myself, I'm not what I consider a Satanist, but I'm very interested in occultism and stuff like that. But it's not really what the lyrics are about. The lyrics are really about our own spiritual path that we walk in our life, and about our depression or fear, anxiety, just stuff that's happening in our head, and we try to bring it out by music. So it's not in essence very occult or anything, but yeah, there's a sense of spiritualism to it.
Okay. And I read that Inga has a big bones collection.
Yeah.
Are those the bones also on stage of her?
Yeah. Her mom lives in Greece, and the mountains. She has searched for her bones, and then there was a dead sheep and a dead goat, and they cleaned it and they took it to Holland, and now they're part of our stage.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That gives a nice add to the.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, and do you have any guilty pleasures that you listen to? I know you like Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily call it a guilty pleasure because all music is art in any form, and I don't want to label it like that's not metal. I'm not gonna listen to it. It's not true or anything. I mean, I fucking love old school and true music. That's. But I'm very open to new stuff, and I just love Billie Eilish because she has balls to talk about depression and all dark things happening inside our heads in pop culture. So a lot more people can understand it, because in most pop music that has been released, it's about partying, it's about drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's Billie Eilish, and suddenly a fucking dark pop artist talking about depression openly is up there, and I think that, I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
So.
I agree. It's a very refreshing new name in this mainstream music.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Are you there also at the Psychodome next year?
No, actually, I didn't manage to get tickets.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sold out so quickly.
Yeah, like 1 minute or anything.
Yeah, I have my ticket luckily.
Oh, really?
Maybe you can find one on Ticketswap. maybe.
Yeah, for like €1,000.
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
get sick on the day and then they sell it. Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
Yes, hopefully.
Yes.
And this is a question that always a lot of people like to know, especially when it's girls. How did you learn the screaming?
I learned it by myself.
Okay.
I was very inspired by, when I was at like age 14, I was inspired by Onilar from Dark and Morton Slaughtergold. She's also a woman in black metal.
Nice.
And I really liked the sound of her voice, and I was like, I want to do that too. So I practiced in my in my room at my parents' house for like a year or something, and then I was like, okay, I can't do this, I'm giving up. And then I went to Metal Factory, and Inge was there. I met Inge, and she could play the drums, I was playing the guitar, and then we were like, okay, I can do vocals. I did that when I was 14, I can do it again. So then I just practiced, and it basically went on from myself, and I took 1 or 2 vocal lessons at a vocal coach in school.
Okay.
And he was already like, yeah, you nailed the technique yourself. You learned it yourself, so maybe you can do this and this to better it, but it just has to shape within the years. But your technique in essence is all right. So it's just shaped in the years. Of course, I am better than I was when I just started.
Yeah.
But
It takes some time.
it takes time. You really need to learn to manage your own voice and learn to distinguish from where it comes from, not your throat but your diaphragm. So that takes years and years of practice.
Do you think it's more difficult for girls?
I think the technique itself isn't more difficult for girls, but girls have a higher voice, so growling and really death metal grunts, the lower register, are harder for us. Because we don't have an Adam's apple, and our voice just doesn't go that low. You can train it, but it's harder to go low than high.
Yeah. Okay, my last question for the people that are watching: why should they go to a show as well, and what can they expect?
To a Doodswens show?
Yes.
Don't go to a Doodswens show.
No.
What can you expect? I don't know. I don't like to brag about my music or anything. Like, if you only go to a Doodswens show if you really feel the music and if you appreciate what we do. Like, don't go to it because it's true or black metal or anything. If you feel the music and you understand it, just experience it for yourself. And that's all I can say, really.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So in July there will be a show in Os.
Yes.
And in Nijmegen in October, and even a show in Iceland. So if you want to witness the same thing that I witnessed, then check them out.
Yes.
Let's put our metal horns to the camera. Alright, so thanks for watching and thank you for the interview.
Of course.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Okay, bye bye.